This is Ritesh Srinivasan and welcome to my channel. In this video, let's look at a fast word piece tokenization system. Okay, so this is a new tokenizer which has been released by Google. Okay, so what is tokenization? Tokenization is a fundamental pre-processing step in NLP. What happens is that you are splitting text into smaller units called tokens. Now the tokens could be word or word segments. Okay, so basically you are converting an unstructured input string into a sequence of discrete elements for machine learning. Okay, so if you take the example of bird, what happens is that you have input text which is converted into tokens. Okay, then these tokens are converted into embeddings. Okay, so this tokenization process is what is done by a tokenizer. Okay, so basically a token will be mapped to an embedding vector and which is given as input to bird. Okay, now what is the fundamental tokenization approach? It is just to break text into words. Now how can you do it? You can do it by actually splitting using basically space as a separator, new line as separator when you want to go to the next sentence, or there are some lexical rules which will actually are used in the tokenizer based on the language to actually split the words, right? Break text into words. Now what happens if some words are not present in the vocabulary? Okay, vocabulary is the collection of all words in that language. What happens if some words are not present in your vocabulary which you are using? Okay, then they are treated as unknown. Okay, but in current day NLP models, they address this issue by tokenizing text into sub-word units, okay, which often retain linguistic meaning. Okay, so one such sub-word tokenization technique which is commonly used, can be applied to many other NLP models, is called word piece. So word piece tokenizer. Okay, word piece tokenizer, what it does is that it first pre-tokenizes the text into words by splitting on punctuation and white spaces. Okay, and then it will tokenize each word into sub-word units called word pieces. For example, there is this sentence which says it is supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Okay, this is a long word, right? So first it splits using white space and punctuation. Okay, then if you look at this particular word, the word piece tokenizer further splits it into subwords. Okay, now there is this fast word piece tokenization which is introduced over here by Google, which was presented at EMNLP 2021. So what they have done is that they have developed an end-to-end word piece tokenization system which speeds up the tokenization process, reduce overall model latency and saves computing resources. So tokenization is an important part in pre-processing, right? So if you want to do inference also, when you have a sentence, and not just during training time, but it needs to be tokenized, right? And what they say is that in comparison to traditional algorithm, this particular fast word piece tokenization, it is reduces the complexity of the computation by an order of magnitude, resulting in significantly improved performance up to 8x faster than standard approaches. This has also been successfully applied in a number of systems at Google, and it is also released as part of TensorFlow text. Okay, so we'll discuss about go into some more details over here into fast word piece tokenization. Okay, so single word piece tokenization. So in the traditional word piece uses actually a greedy longest matching first strategy to tokenize a single word, your normal word piece tokenizers. So this approach is known as actually it iteratively picks the longest prefix of the remaining text that matches a word in the model's vocabulary. So this technique is something called as maximum matching or max match. It has been widely used in NLP, but it is computationally intensive. Computation approaches actually quadratic with respect to input word length n. Okay, so the complexity, basically it is computationally intensive. Okay, quadratic complexity. Okay, this is because it requires two pointers to scan over the input, one to mark a position, other to search for the longest substring, matching a vocabulary token at that position, and then repeat. Okay, so that is how it tries to get substrings, or it splits a text into words. Okay, what they are proposing over here in fast word piece tokenization is an algorithm called lin max match. Okay, which has a tokenization time that is strictly linear with respect to n. Okay, so they are converting from quadratic time complexity to linear time complexity over here. For this, what they do is that they use organize the vocabulary tokens in something called as a trie or a prefix tree. Okay, where each trie edge is labeled by a character and a tree path from root to some node represents a prefix of some token in the vocabulary. So they have shown an example of a trie over here. So the vocabulary consists of these words, right? A, B, C, D, hash hash B, hash hash BC, hash hash Z. Okay, so the hash hash characters they will explain later, but the idea is that if an input text, so this is the trie. Okay, so this is how it is organized. So all the prefixes are there. If the word is ABCD, what are the prefix of D over here? It is A, AB, ABC. So here you can see ABCD. This is one. Another one is A and this thing. So you can have BC over here, right? These are all prefixes of D over here. So in this way, for each word you can construct a trie basically, right? And input text can be matched to a vocabulary token by walking from the root. Okay, so ABCD can be matched over here, BC can be matched over here. Okay, so that's the idea over here. Okay, now what they are using over here is they are using a string searching algorithm invented in 1975. Basically this, what they, inspired by that, what they do is that they introduce a method that breaks out of a trie branch that fails to match the given input and skips directly to an alternative branch to continue matching. So what happens is that, as in standard trie matching, during tokenization we follow the trie edges to match the input characters one by one. When trie matching cannot happen, right, it will actually, what a standard algorithm will do is that, suppose if it tries to match A, B, C, D and it is trying to match A, B, C, Z. Okay, if that is the case, A, B, C will be matched, Z will not be matched. Okay, then there is a backtracking which happens. Then it will go to C, B, it will not be able to still match. It will go to A, it will not be still able to match. Then it will go to some other path, right? So that is a standard this thing which does what you call your backtracking. But instead of backtracking, what they do here is that they call something called as a failure transition, which is done in 2 steps. It computes the pre-computed token stored at that node, which they call as failure pops. And then it follows the pre-computed failure link to a new node from which the trie matching process continues. So backtracking doesn't happen over here. This is how they are able to do it in linear time. Okay. See, in this example, for a given model with vocabulary described above, basically A, ABCD, hash hash B, hash hash BC and hash hash Z, word piece tokenization distinguishes subword tokens matching at the start of the input from the subword token starting in the middle, latter being leading to hash hash. Hence for input text A, B, C, Z, the expected tokenization output is A, hash hash BC and hash hash Z. Okay, so where A matches at the beginning of the input, okay, A matches over here, but then hash hash BC and hash hash Z match in the middle. Okay, so if you look at the below figure, it shows that after successfully matching the 3 characters A, B, C, right, the trie cannot match the next character Z because A, B, Z, Z is not in the vocabulary. Okay, so what it does is that it conducts a failure transition by outputting the first recognized token using the failure pop token A. So A is first given out as a token. Okay, then similarly what it does is that it does BC. Okay, that is why you have this hash hash BC as failure pop tokens. The process then repeats to a new node and then you get hash hash Z. Okay, so this is how word piece tokenization happens over here in lin max match, basically in linear time. Okay, so once again I'll go through this example for more clarity. So suppose your vocabulary had these words, right, A, B, C, D, hash hash BC, okay, hash hash BC, hash hash Z. So this is your your vocabulary words which are present in the trie. Now what this algorithm does is that it starts by matching starting with the string A, B, C, Z. It's your input string. So it starts from here. It tries to match A, right, matches, B matches, C matches, but next is D. So it doesn't match. Okay. So first it will try to pop whatever is matched over here. Okay. So this thing, so it will pop A. So that is how you get A as an output. Okay. Then what will happen is that what is the next possible match in this this thing? It is hash hash BC. Okay, which will match in your input. Then the next match is hash hash Z. So this is how it does the word piece tokenization. So that is shown over here in visualization. I'll also put the link to this blog in the description of the video. You can check this out. Okay. So this is what they say is your word piece tokenization, right? Using LinMax match algorithm. Now, how do they do it end to end? So to do it end to end, the existing systems pre-tokenize the input text splitting into words by punctuation and white space characters, and then call word piece tokenization on each resulting word. What these people are proposing over here is an end-to-end word tokenizer that combines pre-tokenization and word piece into a single linear time pass. It uses the LinMax try matching and failure transition as much as possible and only checks for punctuation and white space characters among the relatively few input characters that are not handled by the loop. It is more efficient as it transfers the input only once, performing fewer punctuation white space checks, and skips the creation of intermediate words. Okay, so this is how they do it. So what happens is that LinMax match loop, whatever I explained LinMax that part. So try matching plus failure transition. So what happens is it keeps getting the next character. It tries try matching succeeded. If it is no, then failure transition succeeded. If failure transition, then it does pop up and it will try to fall off the loop. Okay. If try matching is succeeded, it will try to get the next character. So this is that part. Okay. Now, if it falls off the loop, match loop, then it looks that whether this word, so it stop at a word boundary. Okay. If it is yes, is text so far fully tokenized? If it is the case, then append word tokens to output. Right. Move cursor to pass the word boundary. Okay. This is one path. Okay. If it did not stop at word boundary, okay, reset the tokens of the word as unknown, because even after this thing, you are still getting an unknown. You add unknown to this thing, okay, the word tokens, and then you go back. Okay. So in this way, splitting a sentence, splitting a paragraph into sentence, then into words, and then doing word piece tokenization is avoided over here. It takes the entire text as input and then it performs this. Okay. That is why it is more efficient. Okay, so here they have actually compared it with the Hugging Face tokenizers as well as with the word piece vocabulary release with the BERT-based multilingual cased model. So they are comparing whatever has been released in TensorFlow Text, the fast word piece tokenizer, and Hugging Face. And here you can see that the fast word piece tokenizer is much more faster compared to the Hugging Face as well as to the TensorFlow Text, which is all the the word piece vocabulary released with BERT-based multilingual cased model. Whatever TensorFlow Text has as tokenizer. So what they say is that what they did is that to generate the test data, they sample 1000 sentences from multilingual Wikipedia dataset covering 82 languages. On average, each word has 4 characters, each sentence has 82 characters or 17 words. So with this, they did it. So what they say is that fast word piece tokenizer is 8.2x faster than Hugging Face and 5.1x faster than TensorFlow Text on an end-to-end tokenization. Okay, that is the claim over here. So fast word tokenizer, basically you can use it. It is present in the release of TensorFlow Text. Okay. And they have also explained over here how runtime grows with respect to the input length for single word tokenization. Because of its linear time complexity, the runtime of LinMax match increases at almost linearly, whereas which is much slower than the other quadratic time approaches for, say, the normal word piece tokenizer. Okay. So you can actually use, as I said, this fast word piece tokenizer. It is released as part of TensorFlow Text. You can use this fast word piece tokenizer to improve your pipeline. Okay, I hope you find this walkthrough of this Google AI blog on fast word piece tokenization system useful. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. See you in another video. Happy learning.